As you begin to descend down this hill to Dremport, the walls guarding it, the Justicar standing there to greet all of you, his hand resting on the palm of his hilt. As he smiles, you do not recognize him. He seems to be a new face. As he smiles to greet all of you, he says, "Welcome, everyone, to the city of Dremport. If you will please line up, we're going to take your name, when you came in, your reason for being here, how long you expect to stay." And he says, "And we're going to do a small search as well, just as a formality, to make sure that there's nothing illegal being brought into the city of Dremport."
What's illegal to bring in?
He said, any kind of item that gives off a certain aura. He says in almost a demeaning tone because he's talking to me.
Oh, I understand.
Oh, this
Evil items, you
this may not end well. You know who produces an evil aura?
Oh yeah?
I started something. Good.
As you begin to file in, the door opens up before you. There you see another Justicar standing at the end of a line, and a couple of guards ahead of him that are just going through the logistics of things. They ask you your name, your profession, why you're here, and how long you're going to be here. Who is first in line?
I will be near Damon.
Okay.
Because before we even lined up, I leaned over and was like, do these people have a position of authority in sense?
They are the authority as far as security goes.
Because I have
Dremport.
things with me that, like, if these are people of authority, I would...
Just smile and be polite.
So the way that it works, it's like town guards, captain, Justicars, and then the captain of the Justicars.
And if that was explained to me, I would be like, you'd almost see Isaac not shut down, but like he's following orders to a T.
They're just be polite and smile.
I would say
It's like you're a victim of racism.
Very.
You go first?
No.
No, because I'm reacting the same way.
We're like, want to go in?
Yes.
Stepping up. Reason for your visitation?
Escorting him as a gesture to Perry.
Consider. Expected time spent in Dremport?
Undefined.
Well, he says, name,
Ragnar.
last name.
Winfred.
Is that with like an umlaut?
It's just a you.
That's what I said. He says, occupation.
Adventurer.
He puts down.
Pathfinder.
Yeah, he puts down Pathfinder. He says, very well, move along. So, going into the next section, they would ask you to lay your equipment on the table, just kind of like lay it out, and they would take inventory of every last thing you had. And they would ask you, have you come here to trade? Are you looking to sell these kind of things?
Some of it, yes.
And that is kind of the feel of most of this. However, no questions are asked of you.
I was fully ready to give them.
Yeah. They would ask him who you are, since he has proclaimed to be your guardian.
You're probably really disappointed not to.
I was. I'm like, no, like Delaney's disappointed.
Also, you have a very strong feeling that they put, when he said your name is Perry.
They put Perry Umlaut.
Yeah, they put, what was your last name? I'm sorry.
Winfred.
Umfred. They put Perry Umfred. just to kind of. It seems like they do this a million times, and they're just trying to move you along.
Yeah.
Would you like to share the joke with the rest of the
Isn't
group?
that the sound a tuba makes?
I was being sarcastic. He says, next. Oh, is this your familiar?
Hello there.
Yeah.
Why would you assume that?
Name?
I walked on two legs.
I laugh as I walk.
I have a sword. I'm a distinguished gentleman. I don't know what that means. Anyways,
Literally, I'm a distinguished gentleman.
I didn't do that.
I wanted to.
That's racist.
Hey, all Ripley's eat bugs. What we do?
Menzeric.
And then he would go through the whole rigmarole with you unless there's something you would proclaim differently or.
If he asked me about a last name, I wouldn't know what that is. And so I would, like, after a while, just tell him Dendro, because that's the town that I'm from. The town, the village.
A swamp.
And then the raptor walks in.
I was going to say he would say, "Welcome to Dremport, Mr. Smith," but
Yeah. So like it would be like that is, but that's what we're gonna go with. And then yeah, Rayato's just right there with me.
Dinosaur. He would ask you your race, and it seems like looking at them, he knows what a human is, and he just wrote human for these two. Looking at you, it seems he's unfamiliar with what you
I
are.
make a frog noise, and like that translates to Ripley.
Sure it does. Ribbit.
Question mark?
Handwriting sloppy. That's not a rabbit in?
I imagine the captain going over the logs, calls in the guard. Sir, did you do drugs? Ripley, Manzarek, and a raptor? You will let a raptor into the city?
It says Frog McRibbitson.
I'm a,
Froggy McFrogface.
I'm a peace frog.
I can break off a piece of that for you.
Hey-oh.
As
I don't like this joke.
That's what you're gonna get upset over?
I'm just gonna keep going.
So this is just a guard you're talking with. And so they would take your information. I would assume you've done this enough times, you know how to.
Yeah.
It's like ordering the same thing from Subway. You just tell them before they even ask it.
Yeah.
You know. So boom, sponsor. They do the same with you as you step forward. They do ask your occupation.
Healer.
So it's a medical profession or magical?
Yes.
And your deity?
None.
Medical. Excellent. Move on. He also would ask your race, but he knows what a tiefling is. Yeah.
And I grab him by the arms, like, smile and obey. Let's go.
As you get to the end, there are two Justicars standing at the end. One of them is young. He seems almost like he's in training, and it seems every time somebody steps up, he focuses on that person with his hand extended, and he says something to the other Justicar before they move the line along.
I've looked it up, and I think it's
Evil!
That was in the chat.
The Justicar that he is speaking with is a stout, more experienced Justicar. He has a very determined look on his face, and he seems like a no-nonsense kind of authority figure, where he turns, looks at the one that's chanting and toning, and every time he says something, he then is just like, get out of here, you know, and they move along. As they step up, the younger Justicar, he would chant, he would focus on you. Actually, he would go to focus on you, but because you're first in line, the other Justicar would grab him by the wrist and be like, "You got this." He says, "Oh." Almost as if he's like, why?
What's
It's
a
a child.
kid?
But this Justicar is like everyone. So, and what is your alignment?
Neutral good?
If you're good?
Yeah.
So he steps to the side. As you're heading down this line, your heart kind of sinks. You see the more experienced Justicar is Brelvor. As you step up, what's your alignment?
Neutral good.
When you,
Don't worry, Amos. He's just a car.
when you step up, what's your alignment?
Chaotic good.
You see him. Brelvor leans over and he says something to him. He says, "You can roll perception check to overhear the conversation if you like."
It's a good roll for once.
19.
So with the 19, he says, "What's the problem?" He says, I don't know. I thought I sensed something, but when I focused again, nothing happened." Brelvor looks at him confused. He extends his hand. Fine, move along. As
I get behind.
you get behind,
I get
Becker,
behind him. So I'm last in line.
Oh no!
as you step up, the younger paladin will focus on you.
It would have been chaotic. Is the exact alignment, or that would give it.
Yes, you. He focuses now on how it works. He can't tell exactly what kind of evil, just that you're evil.
Okay. I looked at the aura I produced, and I produced a chaotic evil.
I got you, Doug.
Okay.
He focuses on you. He says, he's evil. Belvor says, of course he is, looking at you. He turns to the other paladin and he says, take him back into the room, get his information, interrogate. He says, yes, sir. He says, excuse me, you've been selected for a random search. Can you come with us, please?
I would be like, what do you mean? But Isaac would just immediately, without saying a word, just follow.
Belvor steps up. He extends his hand and stops. He reaches over and, like, overstepping his boundaries in a big way would move your hood back. Belvor is tall. He is tall, he is strong. He has short-cut red hair. He is very clean cut, but he has these piercing green eyes. As he moves your head back, his, like, straightforward, no-nonsense demeanor melts away. As he smirks, he says, well, Keen, decided to come crawling back to Dremport, did you?
I don't see myself crawling.
He says, what's the matter? They didn't accept you anywhere else either?
You know you're not supposed to touch the people when you're doing the examination.
He says, wow, spoken like somebody that should know all the rules, but had fallen short. We as the Justicars need to do anything we can to ensure the peace of Dremport.
Just get this over with. I have places to go.
He extends his hand. Loser and a failure, but not evil. What is your name?
Neutral good.
He says. Alright. Anything to declare?
Many things, but I don't want to get held up. By the way, you're wasting your time trying to drag anything else out. I can vouch for him.
You're just
Yeah.
him? Oh, making your company with evil demon-born, are you?
Well, he's shown a lot more moxie, talent, courage than you ever have.
Well, I won't hold you and your new boyfriend up any longer. He steps to the side. He kind of gives a very sarcastic, please, don't let me keep it.
So just for flair, I go and throw my cloak over my shoulder and kind of haughtily walk out with my head kind of held up in the air.
Says, by the way, if you see your family, tell them I said hi.
I freeze and then continue moving.
We all watched this, right?
Oh yeah, no, I'm 100% watching.
Okay, so I like lean over to you and I'm like, is this how human interactions usually happen?
Oh, but I think he might be gay.
I mean, that's fine. It's 2024. You can do whatever you want.
A whole new world is going up around.
No.
Wait, what?
You started this.
Ragnar, where have you been and why are you covered in glitter?
You know. I've had something to think of it for a long time.
Oh, man.
I am Ragnar no longer. I am Princess Strawberry.
And then Frog told me that it's okay.
And
We're
this is how we get
canceled.
canceled.
Yeah, no, we're done. It's
So guys,
game over.
So, as you step
Give me a
out,
drink. Thank you.
we're giving out drinks. Workers, you get a new drink when you enter into Dremport.
Are you really gonna bring that back up again?
You're taken into that room, and I thought you spilled something.
I did too.
You're taken into the room. He is a novice at what he's doing. It's like every time he asks you a question, his eyes kind of drift off as if he's pulling it from memory. And it's almost like he doesn't he doesn't listen to your response. He just waits for you to stop talking so he can ask the next thing that he's memorized. And if you don't say any trigger words that he's aware of, then he doesn't stop. He goes through and he takes extensive notes of you, who you are, what you're doing here, things like that. And they even bring in a sketch artist who takes a drawing of your likeness. He says, "Now understand, all of this is simply a precaution for anybody that is entering into Dremport in our random search, that if they step out of line, they will be easier to locate. But you and your friends seem like a reasonable group of people, and we wish you a safe stay here in our city." You may...
So the entire time he was interrogating me, it was like, I would give very quick, short answers.
that's it.
You may go.
Hesitantly get up out of the chair.
So, to him, it made more sense that you pinged evil because of your infernal bloodline.
Right.
And so, like, to him, it's clearly you're not the first evil person that's come to Dremport, and that's clearly not like a cutoff, but it is something they keep note of. And so you are very much put in pocket just in case. As you step into Dremport, it is in the evening, and you do see that there are lampposts that line the cobble street stone walkways. And as the sun begins to go down, you do see a blue flame ignite down these lampposts and illuminate the areas in an ever-burning torch. The city is beautiful. It is very clean and well kept. With what little you do know about Mayor Hawthorne, is it seems over the time that he has spent in a position of power in this city is well kept. It seems he is running this place to a T. What would you want me to do?
So as I rejoined the group, it would almost be like I'm shaking something off.
So are we?
That was weird. Anyways, what's the plan?
Well, we need to do a formal invitation to address Lord Mayor Hawthorne.
Do you not think I will be allowed into the Lord Mayor's palace?
Right, we need an invitation.
None of us are allowed right now.
Sure. I do not think that invitation will be extended to me.
Not if you don't ask for it.
I'm sorry, real quick.
Yes.
We all, maybe not Isaac, but the rest of us had a specific thing that we were coming to Dremport for. I, for one, would like to stay with y'all. But if it gets in the way of me needing to do the thing that I need to do, I will be going off on my own. So, maybe,
Need to do.
what do we all need to do? You need to talk to Mayor Hawthorne.
Temple of Desna.
I need to go with you to the Temple of Desna. What are you looking for again? Cool.
I was just telling Harry I would support him too, Lord Mayor Hawthorne. I thought we were kind of on separate ways at that point, but I have nowhere specific.
We pretty much just kidnapped Isaac to come with us.
Pretty sure he decided to come on his own.
A little bit. Interrogated even.
Maybe we should
He's
just.
very weak at his job.
Maybe
He
we
didn't
should just
even,
find
like,
some.
touch me or like use new implements. It was
It's standard procedure. Just
To touch people?
no to.
Oh, okay.
it was very simple. You didn't hide the irons or
What? He asked you questions, right? Right. Standard procedure.
anyways.
Are you doing the masochism tango over there? What is happening?
Did you want some hot iron?
Anyways,
I saw that in the Addams Family.
I don't know. Things Jeez.
Children.
What I know of interrogations was a lot more, and I sort of looked at some scars on my body, physical environment. I was not expecting just questions.
Like I said, just smile and be polite.
Smiles won't work.
They have their uses here.
So, also, look around. We're in the City of Light.
But there was a light where I came from.
And I'm sure things are quite a bit different here.
Well, they didn't have human cities. But that's another story. It sounds like we need to go do this Temple of Desna.
Well, let's find some lodging first, so we know where we're all gonna meet.
We can, and it's going to take some steps to get an audience with the Lord Mayor.
And if I may, any priest of Desna would know, obviously we're a tavern. They were quite the heavy drinker. Yes.
Child? You know what?
The child that
I leaned back. I was like, I retract that statement.
The child that stayed at
No.
a pan full of wine?
It was okay wine. Not the best I've had.
Again, retract my statement.
Also, wine in medieval times was not necessarily alcoholic. It was a way to preserve water.
it's 2024. It can be whatever it wants.
Forgot it's Wormy.
Your cheeks, right? Your cheeks are more blush.
All right, so
Shirt that
do I
says
get any bonuses on
Men's
knowledge
Air
local
2024.
to find?
I will give you a +5.
I'm the peace frog.
It's the Peace Frog.
29 or 24
To
knowledge local to find a place lodgings.
yes. So it depends on the type of lodgings that you like to go to. There is a very, very nice, high-end, expensive inn that is on the shoreline, which in the morning, if you're willing to ferry out to one of the islands, would be the most convenient place to stay the night. However, the closest and a nice place to stay at a good price is a local area, a local inn, that is more gimmicky than anything else. It's more of a place that like
the
people
tourist
come
trap.
to expect. It's a tourist trap.
Do my trap senses go?
There's only one way to bypass it. We keep on.
So we're gonna drive by the church. Well, and I lay this out. It's like, we can go for expensive, or we can make like the tourists and stay at what's it
Well,
called?
what?
So the two places that you can go to, the one on the shoreline is the Tilted Tricorn. The one that is closest to you is the Goblin.
Oh no, I remember that. The goblin.
It didn't stutter.
Neat. What about just sleeping on the beach?
What is the cost of the expensive one?
The tricorn would be the more expensive, especially being on the shoreline. The least expensive would be the goblin. But
Yeah.
What's the rate?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
But you might know.
I wouldn't know because I haven't been here in a while.
Yes, but it is well known.
Okay.
Yeah, so you would still know the rate.
Okay.
You do know that it would be a gold piece a night, not including food or anything, or 5 gold pieces for the suite, and that includes food.
So per room, not per person.
The suite is big enough for everyone. The suite includes a bed, but there are plenty of places to sleep in the suite.
Comfortably?
Is this at the tricorn?
Yes.
Okay. I lay that out for them.
I do require.
Well, I'll take it. That's fine.
It'd be easy. We could just pool the money.
It'd be sweet.
How long were you planning on staying here?
That was funny.
I don't plan on being here any more than a day or two. I'd like to get out of here as soon as
I
possible.
don't know where anything is.
I don't know how long I'm gonna be here.
Oh. I think I can cover the suite. Just saying.
We do need to sell those before.
Yeah.
I don't
We
know
will
where
do that off camera.
It'll take 6 hours. Just tune in next week. Ragnar is selling his wares.
it's just
For the
him.
exciting selling
Him and
episode.
Eli.
Just imagine Ragnar walking up to a merchant, just dropping the bag, and it just turns into like a pile of gold he suddenly has in his pocket.
Too easy.
Hello, adventurer.
I knew what you were referencing.
What about the goblin? Where the ring have
A
there?
single gold piece of it.
Oh, okay. I thought the single.
Yeah, the other place is a single gold piece per person per night. 5 for a suite that can fit anyone. The goblin is a single gold piece would cover all.
Got it. I laid that out.
The tricorn.
Tricorn, sweet. I don't mind sharing a room. I tried
could
it
just sleep
outside.
outside.
Where you could not.
That's strange.
Where you could be on
Have
the
you been to
window.
the city before?
I have never been to a city before.
It's just probably not safe for you to sleep outside.
It's not safe to sleep outside where I'm from.
Okay.
It's what I'd like to do.
I did not realize that there would be someone who was more interesting than me. Not say that being character.
Every time I take a step further from home. Furthest I've ever been. This is the first step.
Yeah, this is the first I've been. No, this is the first.
We go find the tricorn.
I'm like just mesmerized by the city. Like completely and totally like this place is beautiful and at the same time a complete stain on the environment. Like it's
love
both.
and hate this.
Yes.
So you've never seen so many creatures living in one place.
Not that we're trying to eat each other.
No. You've never seen
You haven't been to the political side of the city.
the grandeur of the tree is unmatched, but the city is a different type of beautiful and awe-inspiring. And as I said before, it is beautiful. A wealthy city, it's able to be well kept. And of course, with the Justicars being in charge of the police force here, like having a paladin army kind of keeping things in line, the city is a relatively safe place. Not without its dangers, but relatively safe. You make your way through the city, and this takes some time. It takes well over an hour, even with somebody that knows where they're going, to navigate down the cobblestone walkways through the city. You see all kinds of different, different types of areas. You see taverns, you see brothels, you see shows, you see bands playing. And the air is filled with different smells of music and food. and the warm kind of night air that you had experienced at Blackberry Farms is replaced with a cool sea breeze that washes over everything and gives it a very comforting, maybe a little chilly for you, but a really comforting feeling as you head in. When you get to the Tilted Tricorn, very much in the spirit of which it is named, it is built in the hull of a ship. The ship is tilted to one side, and you see that they have placed columns up against that 45-degree angle on the side that is tilted over, and beneath it they have built kind of an outdoor pavilion area where people can go out and enjoy one another, to drink and enjoy the night air, and there is even a band outside. As you step into the Tilted Tricorn, you see it is busy. People are shoulder to shoulder in this place, kind of mingling and murmuring around. You hear glasses clinking and music playing as people begin to kind of weave in and out. You are able to make it up to the bartender, and the bartender is a very, very busy woman, just kind of shifting back and forth, trying to get everything together. And when you order the suite, she says, yes, as a matter of fact, we do have one suite left. She says, that will be 5 gold. She says, is this just the one suite for someone, or are you all sharing?
We're all sharing it, but that's not a problem.
She says, of course not. She says, if you give me the 5 gold, I will give you your key, and you can enjoy the festivities for the rest of the night. She says, with this key, there is a small card. Present this card to any food vendor in the immediate area of the ship, and you will be able to eat your fill for free. However, drinks must be paid for.
Right. Yeah. Everybody subtract a gold then to contribute?
Yep.
Or is one per... Okay.
If there's a glass nearby, I sort of fill it up with water. I drink some of
Okay.
I don't know anything about humanity, but I feel like that's gonna peeve somebody off.
Like the water.
Yeah, we're gonna rip some people off. What are you doing good?
I just look
I got
at
a feeling.
the trick that we get going.
That's an impressive trick. I'm not saying it's not.
I can create water too, but
You're not a real paladin.
It takes a while.
Let's go through a process.
Oh no!
It's an alchemical thing.
It's sterile.
I wouldn't go out.
It's true. Sterile.
so yeah, we go up to the room.
When you head up into the room, it is opulent. It is beautiful. There are silken sheets that hang from the ceiling and extend out to the open air windows. These windows do have shutters, but they do not have glass, and the shutters are fixed open to allow that cool sea breeze to roll in. And you assume that the shutters are simply for any storms that may be passing through. The pillows are... You're
Feel
accustomed
nice.
to these kind of comforts. However, the rest of you, you're like, this is a bit much, especially you in your raising. Like, when you look at these pillows, you're just kind of like, ooh, are they supposed to sheen like that? And when I roll my hand over it, it makes an image. It's plus H. Oh my god. You see that there is a large bed off to one side with those same kind of silken sheets hanging above it that can be pulled over as kind of a privacy curtain. And there is a large mirror fixed above the bed looking directly down into it.
Well, that's weird.
What suite did she give us?
There's also a table. Sitting on the table is a bottle of wine and a small basket of fruit.
I grab an apple.
You do that thing.
Is it wax?
It is not.
Okay.
Sort of find it.
There is enough furniture here for everyone to comfortably find a place to sleep, and even if you chose the floor, it wouldn't be that bad.
Yeah, I just kind of toss my stuff in the corner and go out on the balcony to watch the sun go down.
The inside of the ship, though the exterior of it has been tilted, the entire inside has been gutted. fixing the floors upon which you traverse up to the suite inn on an even plane. But it does give everything kind of that vaulted ceiling. You know, that kind of 45-degree angle no matter where you go.
Maybe get some to eat? Play some games?
Think so. Was there any sort of festivals around?
We're in a town. I'm only going to imagine that there's probably something going on.
There's always something.
Oh, that's the only time I was allowed.
I said that
Correct.
unsurely because I have no idea.
He's making it up as he goes along.
Like, even on the way in, you're like, yeah, I saw some guys throwing rings at a post. Let's go do that.
Yeah, we can have time for that. I said to get Lord Mayor Hawthorne's attention is going to take a process.
We can start that tomorrow.
And even maybe the Temple of Desna might be able to help us with that, even. Maybe.
I think that's
But the games.
what do people do.
Do some games.
At the farm, I worked and then I cooked and then I cleaned. And I watched
Doc.
the kids.
And I go up to the table. It's pretty decent. Enjoy yourself. That's what you do. Just kind of feeling
Anything like the
more.
blackberry wine?
No. It is a unique kind of wine, though. And it's not sweet and almost brackish in a way.
I just want to set it off to the side.
It's almost got a hint of.
Seawater.
Oh, I was gonna say oak. Just a little bit.
What kind of 9-year-old are you?
I like this place. This feels nice, comfortable.
Caged.
I'm still looking. Look out the window. Like, I'm looking out the window, but
Familiar to you?
I say I
Oh,
think
man.
we got the honeymoon suite.
Does this seem familiar to you?
Like I've been here before.
No. Like the way that this place is very familiar to what you're accustomed to.
I am accustomed to nice bedding and good wine and decent food. Yes.
All right, that's settled. Let's go outside. Sweet.
You're an interesting one.
You too.
Well, that's probably not.
The way you said that, I expected you to say Mr. Grinch.
You really
perplex-
are interesting.
So, heading out into the night, there's never a dull moment. It seems like there's always something to do. Everything from the music that the bands that are playing, to the games that are just on every street corner, it seems. And there's always someone that is trying to interest you in some kind of gambling game for money or some kind of trinket or ball. With any real appraise check, like taking a 10 on any real appraise check, they are interesting knickknacks at best. They have no real value or no real function, despite anything that anyone told you. They want to show you a seashell, and you looking down at it, do you have knowledge nature?
No.
No? Looking down at it, they spin you the story, but you know that's probably just a regular seashell, though you know nothing.
I think it's a 19 on appraise. Just
With an, yeah.
Yeah.
So with the appraise, you know it's not really worth anything, though you don't know what it's from.
So I'm gonna just, well, Damon, do you know where the Temple of Desna is?
yes.
Can I do a knowledge religion to just check if I would know that, since their knowledge of stars and whatnot, that they would probably still be there?
When What do you mean it's?
Like
the
be open
priests.
for business.
Like they're not closed at 5
Oh
o'clock.
yeah. No religious place shuts down.
Okay, so like, want to take our little caterpillar friend?
Ooh, time of night is it?
I would say it has just turned dark. I'd say it's probably. Excuse me. I'd say it's probably somewhere between 10.
Like, I'm kind of bushed. Let's just get some rest. Go first thing in the morning. After a good breakfast. A very good breakfast.
Let's just go out tonight. We'll have fun.
I'm staying in here. I am going out anywhere.
We'll have fun. Isaac? Join us or no?
I'm very lost.
Oh, it's fine. I'm pretty sure Perry knows his way.
It's this is all.
The barbarians, like 7-foot barbarians following the 9-year-old around. Now tell me what to do next.
Oh no, I just.
Well, gee, Mr. Giant!
It's a yes or no. If you want to come out, eat, play some games.
There was a card, and I sort of described one of the food cards. I will meet you there in about 5.
I don't know about 5, but let's go. Oh yeah. I'm just really hungry.
I'm just gonna go down to the bar area and I'm gonna talk to literally every single person and ask them all the exact same question. Have you seen a rat folk walking around here?
That's a curious question.
That's gonna start trouble.
Roll me.
Interrogation.
Trying to be like not super loud about it, but like at the same time, everyone knows because I'm going in literally asking every single person the same question.
Roll me a diplomacy.
I just feel like you're getting up right if do you know?
Have you seen?
14. Okay.
Roll me a d4.
1.
In that time, you do it surprisingly quick. Mostly because everyone's willing to talk to you because they've never seen. Most of them have never seen a grizzly before or know what it is.
Yeah.
So a talking frog's phenomenal. You would have several offers for someone to buy you a drink.
I would not take any of them.
They would insist.
I am 30 pounds.
It would take an hour for you to realize this is going nowhere, and they're too focused on what you are than what you're saying.
Okay. I go back up to the room defeated, and I just go like lie down on the ground.
So it's just us.
It's just you two. I'm just sad.
And Isaac.
So I would take off my armor and my shirt, and if Damon is looking,
Do you watch him take off his clothes?
I probably see him.
you would see that the scars get more severe as it gets to my chest, and it's like deep rivets and cuts.
It's like, what the hell happened to you?
Precisely.
If I'm going to be traveling with you, truth will be clean house torture a lot. And I just put the doctor's coat back on.
What kind of a place does torture like that? Like, so it's cuts, burns, abrasions.
It would look like at some point I should have.
You look like a jigsaw puzzle.
Roll me a hill check.
Yeah, at some point in a cavern with some mushrooms.
There's one fresh scar.
10.
10.
Yeah. You look like a jigsaw puzzle.
We took a couple little pieces down.
I'm sorry that my visage offends you so.
I'm not offended. I'm not. I won't say concerned, but
I've never had someone feel concerned for this. That is, and I just sort of leave the room.
huh?
The wings were like one of them came out like an angle. So the fact that I can even glide with them was kind of a shocking thing.
And I kind of file it away for later.
So yes, I didn't specifically take off my armor. I would leave my book there that has abyssal writing all over it.
I can't read this.
Good.
I
So,
can read Infernal though.
I would come and join you guys. You see, I'm taking off armor. I still have my chain on my hip, but
So when he gets here,
Mhm.
we're gonna go eat.
Yes.
We're gonna play games.
Sure.
And probably make some more money.
I'll make some money.
Yes.
Do you need money?
No. But yes.
conjures money.
So here's my thought. We're gonna play some games,
Mm-hmm.
and we're gonna win them. Make them.
Gonna gamble.
No, I was thinking of something different, but
It does sound like it.
oh hey, he's here.
So we're gonna get some food. We're gonna play some games and make some money.
And no folders.
How do you make money by
Gambling.
No, I'm
Wait,
not.
what?
I'm not gambling. What? Wait, no.
Sorry.
Do you have to gamble for your food now?
Sometimes. Depends on who's cooking.
I've only known the farm, so
Okay, so what do y'all want to eat?
I'll take a chance on that card over there.
What about the one we're at? I say.
Yeah, that's like. Or
Oh.
this one right here. Yeah.
Okay, is that? It's what you wanted, I'm assuming, right?
So good, I guess.
As you begin to kind of like make your way, exploring a little of this, a little of that, you find things that are as kind of mundane as a fruit bar or a salad bar. And you find things as rare and exotic as like candied squid. These are all like this vast majority of like tastes and smells as you go and explore. Eventually you do get to the point where your card no longer is accepted at these vendors. You kind of like make your way a little farther and farther, but something does catch your eye. There's a tavern with its doors open in the front that exits out through the back. Okay? So it's almost like one massive breezeway is this bar, right? Where people just cycling in and out. The bar itself sets up on a dais that anybody that approaches it would have to reach up to get their drinks that's handed down to them. And you feel like that is by design to keep people from just being able to get behind the bar and things like that. And you do see that there is, for small creatures, a staircase that leads up to the bar, circles, and goes back down. And it is designated this way up, that way down. Doesn't always work, but that is typically what it's for. Some drunk halflings make their way up one side and then it's pushed off so that no one can make their way to the correct order. However, this place is known as Caden's Paradise. Caden, with a religion roll, if anybody wants to do that thing. If anybody can do that thing. Neat! So,
I'm literally the only one, huh?
I can do it as well. But we're both hanging out.
Yeah.
Mr. Bopey.
in the center of this room is a statue. This statue is of a heroic-looking figure, ruggishly handsome, with scars that are like chiseled into the marble from which he is hewn, to give him a look of he has seen battle, but with a roguish grin on his face, kind of like a Han Solo-esque look about him. He is holding aloft a crucible, tilting the crucible back with his mouth open. There is wine that pours perpetually from the crucible, hits into his mouth, and rolls down to either side into a fount at his base that he stands in. People walk up and you see them dip like a goblet or something into it. Typically the people that do this are staggering and drunk. When they dip their goblet in, looking around to be like, haha, I'm getting free wine, as they pull it from the fount, it changes color in that instant, turning from red to white, to clear. Not white, but clear. Turning from wine back into water once it has left. the fount itself. You don't know if this is an illusionary effect to make it look as if the fount itself is giving wine when it simply is not, or if this is just something that they have used to keep patrons from drinking out of their perpetual wine fount when they shouldn't be. But they are way too drunk to really even notice now. And it's just people seeming to enjoy themselves as they go about. But anyone that is caught even doing that by the bouncer are immediately kicked out. The bouncer is a large half-orc. He is broad-chested, has black hair tied into a ponytail. His nose has been broken a couple times, kind of sending it off askew. He is kind of a handsome-looking guy, but he is flanked to either side by two dwarves. They're not as handsome as he is. Both of these dwarves look similar. They have similar features to suggest that they are kin in some way. Cousins, more likely brothers. Both of them balding on the top, and both of them with some kind of metal clasps in their beard. One only with two, the other having several, starting from the top, that kind of decorate itself down. Both of these dwarves kind of standing like with their shoulders out and looking from side to side, and when they walk, they almost do like this hop motion as they and move from side to side of the bar. The half-orc just kind of casually hoisting people off of their feet and playing a neat little game of Toss the Trunk. This is the bar you find yourself in at the end of the night.
For instance, I personally think I know why the religion check is needed, because I know that particular god's backstory. She's awesome, but
It is a fun guy.
So, in here,
Yeah, what's the game here?
we're gonna find someone to arm wrestle. This one's for me.
Oh, okay. I was like, I didn't even-
after muscles of non-existence, it's like,
Yes, you're going to arm wrestle, but not for you, for me.
But
Oh.
you have a job in this. It's to distract. So I win.
like take along.
I deliver.
In my head. Yes.
I sort of hold out a finger and it had that like black acres magic on it, like distract them.
Hard.
Oh,
Oh,
geez.
no.
Disintegrate.
Don't think we need to start a battle here.
No. He's right. We don't. No, and I say distract. I was referring to catch them off guard so I can win. That's all. Not
But
physically
that's a
start.
lie.
Yeah, it might be, but you know what?
You do you. I will not help you in lying, and I go to them.
Harry. I wasn't interested in not losing.
I think you got this. You're pretty strong.
Okay.
And I go up to the strongest guy I can find.
Max. Where's the food vendor place we go to when we go to Rocky King?
Are you talking about the really tall guy that I saw?
No, just the location.
Oh, it's Assembly Food Hall.
The Assembly Food. So, you know how in Assembly Food Hall, that's what it's like going to the bar.
Yeah.
It's not a place to sit, it's a place to get something and get out of the way. So you like step up, and if you take a moment to be like, somebody is like, yeah, you sit over there and I'm getting my drink. And so it's kind of like that, and it's kind of hectic, and you're like, these people are unpleasant. Did you say you look for the strongest person?
He did.
The strongest look like, so I'll do a perception.
Yeah.
Someone that looks like they're tough and strong, but maybe it's all an act.
Someone that you know is tough and strong and it's not an act is that bouncer.
Right.
Someone that looks like they're tough and strong and it might be an act is a human standing at the fount, and he's regaling a couple of women who very clearly aren't interested in what he has to say with stories of heroics and ship battles and things like that. He does have a wicked scar down his face and one under his arm, and he claims that it's from a shark bite saving a child. Another person you see that is strong but is not making a show of it is an Orin that is sitting off to the side at his own little table, and he is playing cards with a few other people.
Cards. So I approach the loud gentleman. Okay. Hey, Mister.
Get out of here, kid. I'm busy.
Yeah. You're a hero, right?
Roll me either a bluff or a diplomacy.
Bluff.
Mister, are you a hero? Why, yes.
Indeed.
Oh my god.
Cheapers, Mister. You're really strong.
Keeper, Mister.
I was going for innocence.
So, there's a director somewhere that's like, we need to put this guy in a movie.
One that already
That's
When you say that, he says, well, yeah. So he like looks at the girls. He says, I am a hero. As he like grabs you and moves you over, and you're just kind of like, yeah. As he like moves you closer, right? And he says, as a matter of fact, he says, I saved a child maybe close to your age from a shark attack. This shark was 30 feet long.
Oh, then you shouldn't have a problem. There's a strange guy over there that's saying that no one in here is stronger than him. Surely that's not true, right?
With your nat 20, it seems that you've bolstered him with that question, almost like you're being his wingman, right? And he's like, of course not. He says, let me see them.
He's challenging people for like 5 gold, and that for a hero like you, that's nothing too, right? Okay.
keep this party going.
25.
No, of course not. No. Yes, I mean, he looks at the two girls. The two girls are just like, they're like, now they're interested. He's like, yeah, of course, he says. He's like, who is it?
Is there like a little like standing table nearby?
Uh-huh.
Is it occupied?
Uh-uh.
Okay. So, everybody gather around. It's gonna be a competition
Oh,
between the great hero
I come walking up.
and the stranger.
Yay.
Hello.
You've got the attention of the immediate surrounding people. Unless you want to roll me a perform check.
Ooh, I have.
Mage hand. Turn people's heads.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody's head doesn't move, and you're like, that's concerning.
It's more than 5 pounds.
Oh. But that was maybe-
I meant to take one. Okay. Yeah, I'll do a perform.
It'd be a straight charisma. If you have no.
Yeah, it'd be a +2. Be a 10.
10?
Solid 10.
The immediate area.
That's fine.
And they are like just a cursory, kind of deal.
Oh,
Like,
this is going on? Okay.
This is ladies. Just watch this. He says as he saunters up. He gets a stool. They walk away. He sits down at the table. Hasn't noticed that they left. So, who's the stranger? Was it your big brother or your dad or something?
No, it's just this guy.
It's me.
How tall are you?
6, 7.
So he's like, yeah, this guy. As he like looks up at you. His strength is probably a 14 at best. Just so you know. Strength. What? You are a strong wrong.
Carry us.
Buff frog. Yeah, let's do this, I guess. 5 gold?
Yeah,
Easy.
I'll hold him. You got your 5 gold?
I pull it out. Drop
You got
it.
yours?
We could do that after.
No, he's gonna do it right now. 10 silver.
I'm about to make 5 extra gold. All right, stranger, he says.
After blood starts spurting
Straight
between his fingers.
Strength roll?
Great strength roll. So
I go
the way-
ahead. I go ahead and leave.
So the way this is going to work is a contested strength. It will take part into
Did
three.
not occur to me he was going to do that.
It'll take place into 3 separate sections. Okay. So if you win them all 3, it's as if you go 1, 2, 3. Also, every time you tilt in one direction, that person is taking a negative. So whoever is losing, it is harder to regain yourself. So -1 for the first one, -2 for the second one, and then of course you lose on the third. So he grabs you by the wrist. He's like, he looks at you getting ready to say go, but you disappear in the crowd, and he's just going.
Yeah, I'll stealth out. I'm good with a 1. I'm there.
And now
Yeah, I'm just there. Like
you're on the other side of the table. And they're like, oh. And you're just like,
wait a minute.
tell us when to go.
Go.
You slam his hand down on the table, you send him flipping over the side. It's just like, I'm ready. And he just rolls on the ground. As he just rolls on the ground.
I offer him my hand. I'm like, you alright?
You set me up, he says, looking at you.
You were talking like you're a big hero.
I am a big hero. But he has some kind of magical augmentation. Yeah, that's it.
You want me to drop my trowels and do it again?
Yes. He's like, I want my 5 gold back.
Pretty sure I want it fair and square. Right?
I mean, I guess so. Yeah, I give you all the gold.
Wait. He says, rematch. He's kind of like chases.
Do you have 10 gold pieces?
He kind of.
Does he have anything of value on him? With a almost not 22. 28 appraised.
I feel like this isn't going to come up over this time.
28 brings your watching your gold watch just disappear.
You're not Mao.
I have a gold
You're
watch.
Not Mao.
I had a gold watch.
Okay.
He does have a scimitar inside.
Worth
And
about.
And a dagger. The scimitar typically is worth 15 gold pieces. You'd sell it for half the price. However, with the dagger,
Is it fancy?
No.
Just a digger.
this guy barely had 5.
Guys, say this much.
The dagger is only worth 2 gold pieces. So he has 8 gold worth of weaponry on it. And if you could dupe him out of his clothes, maybe you could get to 10. But the scimitar itself is worth another 5.
What's your weaponry?
Roman diplomacy.
That's a 12.
No. I'm not getting duped into this again.
Again?
Yeah. Because you duped me into it the first time. So again would be again the second time.
You agreed to it.
Yeah, because I was bamboozled. Why am I explaining to you? I'm happy. He says as he turns.
Cool.
Nice.
Dr. Isaac would teach us.
I give you 2.
If I heard
So I
Perry
get
out loud
one.
explain that, I would be close by. I was like, that was interesting.
I didn't lie.
Oh, I have no problems with you lying. I just will not help you such a thing. It is beneath me.
I was just calling his bluff.
Is there anything you would want to play?
Oh, that was fun enough. That's good.
After a time, you would see that it seems to be a game. where the bartender would leave the dais, 2 paying patrons would stand at the foot of the fountain, and they would each drink from the 2 parted streams coming in, mouth agape, catching it in their mouth, and whoever could continue to drink the longest without giving up to take a breath, falling over, or vomiting is the winner. Which is a little gross because it all falls down into the same pool.
Yeah, I'm not interested. That'd be hilarious, but
I'm fine with going on.
The rest of your evening very much plays out. You have a little fun, you eat a little food. And then I would say that unless there is just something that you're looking to do, it would be late that night before you found your
I
bed.
would have, at some point, asked someone where the closest temple of Desna would be.
Mhm.
Like, full temple, because I know inns usually have a shrine, but I would ask the temple of Desna.
There is a temple of Desna on the island of Knowledge.
I just not think for that time.
I would talk to Perry to ask where Lord Mayor Hawthorne would be located or how to go about obtaining an audience.
So Lord Mayor Hawthorne is probably going to be on the Island of Power. We have to get his attention one way or other, or seek a formal invitation for an audience with him, which is depending on his schedule. It could be a few days, it could be weeks, it could be years.
Didn't you say your dad knew him?
I may be, well, we
Are you some nobility of Ambrose?
not? No?
The fancy clothes.
Then won't we just at least try going to?
We can try in the
and
morning.
just say that your dad sent you. Maybe they'd know your dad's name. It would give us an audience with him.
A diplomatic mission from the particular.
One, and if there's been silence from Ambrose, then they might.
It would expedite the process.
Thinking on it, that might be a better option. Because of that,
I feel like
as
David
you said
would know.
for the last week, a little over, it's been radio silence.
That's right.
It's been silence from there.
The circles within circles.
Don't be a square.
Got it.
If
I
you
will-
are, then you're not around.
Damon would know better of how to contact the higher chain. He seemed to know a lot of this.
Maybe.
He seemed to know a lot more than that.
What do you mean?
We're leaving it there.
And we saw
That's immigration.
we saw him walk out of that interrogation room.
Think you're into it.
Well, the hallway. Whatever.
The last
That's
section
making
after
sure.
you got took away, seemed like him and the other guy knew each other pretty well.
Yeah.
And not in a good way. Or maybe. I don't know.
And just so I feel pretty comfortable. I am a little more experienced than I give off. Just so you guys know.
As in,
I don't know what I wouldn't know much about my actual race, right? That's been kept from me a lot. But okay.
You only know what you've been told.
Okay. Okay. I don't know if it's a curse or what, but I've been around. I know I look like this 8, 9, 10-year-old, whatever. Been around for a few more years than that.
so 12, 13.
About 16 years.
With that? No, I'm not shaking. What planes was it?
Didn't know it was plans.
Well,
With giving that information?
It'd be a long stretch.
you would still have no reason to have lied about ever having experienced an adventure or wanting to do those and all that stuff, though, right?
No. And I've never actually stated my age to you guys. You guys are just assuming.
I mean, you look like.
I know what I look like.
It's a 19. Knowledge to points.
Like I said, I don't know if it's a curse or what, but
Is it a bad thing to be young? For forever.
Still drunk.
I'm
How was your dad?
old.
Can you put a number?
Did you look for his age?
And he was old.
What
I don't know.
What to you is old?
I mean, he's old. You're old.
I'm cheating. I'm using demon blood for extend the reaches of my age.
I'm 21.
Brimstone does wonders.
I'm 372.
I don't think he was that old. He did have some nice like gray streaks and stuff.
Don't
So
I said, don't those turn that old?
Well, L's age longer than probably.
Age longer? Or stay alive longer?
Well, both. Working around demons does not.
No, I can't.
I can agree, probably wouldn't, but you know.
You like, if I ever get something wrong because I have my own head canon, let me know.
You have a king for a head?
I think the fashion from a
Funny! Bitches love pen. That was the build-up.
Yeah, this episode doesn't get any better than that.
Let us return to the frog. As I watch the entire world shake
Just don't croak.
and think.
I'll be asleep.
You're not there. Shh. He heard me.
obviously.
What?
Shut the.
What's your name?
Ezekiel.
That thing sucks.
What's your name? Sorry. That's not.
So why all of a sudden would you just tell us that you're more experienced?
I just feel like as we're getting deeper into this, I don't want you guys to feel like I'm holding back.
But it would have probably come in a little more handy before. However, you did state you had never been on an adventure. So, despite you being 8 or 16, kind of need to look after you.
Yeah.
Either way.
I also didn't trust you guys that much. So, my whole world got kind of flipped upside down.
No, we're not. No, we're not.
Why? Why the glasses?
I'm not getting slept.
I didn't see it. I just looked it. It's fine.
That was referring to Christmas.
Something my dad always told me to wear anytime I was outside of the castle.
Fair enough. And I just pivot turn. I don't do turn because I don't got boots.
Who's?
He hooks it out of there.
That's
how you make a pun. Anyway.
Shall we?
Yes, I think it's time to retire for the evening.
So in the morning, we'll go see.
We can go see the temple first.
So we're all going to go together to the
That's
temple.
fine. That's fine.
Yay. And then we'll go see if we can see an audience.
Out knowledge religion. But I know that there's things like the stars that will probably be out right now.
I mean, no.
There be a reason everybody else needs to go see Lord Mayor Hopper?
I figure if we go see Desna with them, they can go see Hawthorne with us.
I think you should just see a dog.
He's got you there.
Yep.
Wait, hang on. Do those glasses give you special vision? Those see gods?
Not to see gods, no.
Okay. That would be crazy. We need to get back before this.
Yeah.
Like right now.
A few moments later, you are awoken and you are disturbed from your somber
Just sitting there on the floor.
yeah The door opens up, and you see Dr. Isaac and Perry dragging in Ragnar. And Ragnar's just like, I beat somebody in an arm wrestling contest. As they just dropped him on the floor. he didn't drink from the fountain, he drank the fountain.
And I just like somewhat army crawl over, grab a pillow.
Welcome to the floor. It's fine.
Shut up.
You're the pillow.
I am not. I will fight.
Are you stronger
Evens?
than him?
Odds.
Yeah, I will stab.
Evens or odds? It doesn't.
I will stab somebody.
Evens it's man, odds it's Eric.
The night progresses normally. You all get a restful sleep then. In the middle of the night, you, specifically Damon, have this odd kind of dream. It's hard to piece it together, but you all wake up kind of feeling unsettled. Like something's not quite right. And when you look down, you see that caterpillar is on your chest. It is much bigger than last time. Now being about, I would say it'd be about this big. As it rests on your chest, that same kind of vibrant thrumming as the colors change down its body, as it undulates and just calmly sits there. Where you had the opposite experience of that. It gave you a sense of calming. To you, you feel very unsettled.
I'm looking around to see if anybody else is awake, seeing this.
Is the sun up?
Do it?
Is the sun up?
Yes.
Then I am awake.
And of course, like, the music last night never really stopped. And I would say that was difficult for you to sleep to the sound.
Oh yeah, I probably didn't sleep. I was just
Right.
like, this place is terrible.
Theatrically, I'm not going to give you the fatigue.
Appreciate that.
But yes.
I'm so out.
I don't sleep well, so if there's any sort of commotion,
I gently grab it in both hands.
It just screams.
I get up and start walking over to you.
What happened to it? It's huge.
It eats
Eats what?
children.
Can you eat Ripley?
it's
It eats lettuce. It eats
Everything, apparently.
the leaves, the plant matter.
Well, obviously it's too big for the pot now.
what,
It can ride on my shoulder.
what's going on?
I just hurriedly put it into my bag. Just shut the flap. Nothing. Go back to sleep.
I can't now. All of lights in the sky.
Oh.
I don't know why.
Would you like me to carry it?
No, I got it. We'll be getting rid of it today. So. Nothing.
Just
I sit up, just kind of kick my covers off. I'm up. There's no way I'm getting back to sleep.
Damon, I have an odd request to ask of you. Last night when I was down in the bar, I was asking about a friend. And it became abundantly clear that I am weird. Really weird. And I need somebody that isn't so me to ask about my friend.
Right? I kind of get down on one knee, so I'm not.
You don't have to patronize.
I know I'm not patronizing you. It's genuinely one of those.
Okay.
Well, it's kind of rude for me to loom over you. Well, what's up?
The whole reason I am in this town is I'm looking for my friend. I'd like to be able to bring my friend back to the swamp with me. I'd like to stay away from whatever this is for the rest of my life.
It should be hard to find. There's not a gripply.
It's a rat folk.
Oh. Oh. Oh?
Oh.
Okay.
It's not so much a friend as it is my teacher.
Oh.
I don't know where he went. And this is... I need help. I am weird. I'm very, very weird.
Just fish out of water, man. You're not weird. We would be weird
He is.
in your homeland.
It's true. I am a frog.
This would make more sense if we were a turtle.
What's your
That's exactly what I was thinking.
What's your friend's name?
Master Splinter. That would have been hilarious. However, I'm gonna go on record and no mind, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna leave it at that. His name is Darren.
Darum?
Darren.
How long?
Did you do that on purpose? It had not even occurred to me. How does Eli make the my friend?
You mean your master?
Yeah.
Master Splinter and the Battle Toad.
I did not consider this at all. Did you do that on purpose?
I happen to have
No.
You have 3 brothers? You have 3
I
brothers?
have hundreds of siblings.
Your master had 4 other students who happened to be Tortolan.
You realize 4 turtles wasn't enough. You need 1,000 frogs.
Yeah. Yeah, Picasso and those others.
I don't know why I didn't catch that before. Like, I feel silly.
should.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really a huge Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fan, but
The fact that Delaney wore that shirt, I think, last week is the only reason I'm thinking of.
So what do you need me to do?
when we go to the Temple of Desna, do you know if there's a Temple of Gozra nearby?
Do I? Yeah, there is.
We can take a quick stop there. Imagine they might have a lead as to where my friend is.
Okay. Yeah, we can do that.
Appreciate that.
Yeah. Just stay with me. We'll get that knocked out for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Stop.
I have literally the whole bed to
Oh.
myself.
It's like an Alaskan king.
Yeah.
It was made for group activities,
Yep.
and you have all the room, you have all the space.
Group activities.
What's going on?
Go back.
We're going to the Temple of Desna. Once you are awake.
Pretty sure I'm awake.
Then let's go.
Go to the base and splash.
I don't want to do
water.
it hard. I'm awake.
Splash water in my face. Yeah.
It's for the
Not above
smell.
right now, above him.
Okay.
It's for the smell.
I was gonna wash myself at the sink that's provided in this very opulent place. Thank you.
There's a decorative fountain. He's just like, morning, morning. Nobody else is using it. I got it all to myself.
I pay for this.
Okay.
I was gonna say
That's
3.
how I earned my nickname, Cincy Cheeks.
I would put on armor in front of everyone, and now everyone would see that the scarring is extremely deep and all over.
How are you alive?
Right?
Well, hang on.
I mean, sorry, that was rude.
So mid armor.
I get up close and like, are those from
No, it's
battles or? Oh, okay.
You can only double check. Like, anyone that's seen it can double check.
You're living.
Heck yeah. 8.
And
Those
let them-
look painful.
They didn't hurt anyone.
Okay.
They surprisingly don't hurt.
Then that's all that matters.
No plan to where like there's some scarring between my fingers, but my fingers articulate just
Like knowing that you can have battle scars and then heal from them will be fine. I don't care. If you're fine with them, then that's all that matters.
Are you still drunk?
Nope.
there's a pile of them.
I'm
Not
getting.
a pool, a pile.
I'm getting awake. I'm waking up again.
chunky.
Excuse me.
Oh, it's like
Jane Willikers, mister.
I was going to say it's like a sandcastle.
I've seen those.
Okay, so there's a little bit of duck, a little bit of goose, a little bit of more duck, a little more duck, and another goose. You're it.
Anyway,
Oh my goodness.
so as you gather up your thing, head downstairs. There is a cleaning crew that is sent up to clean the pile that was left in the room.
It's bigger than me.
They do give you a complimentary breakfast, but they do take your key away, key and card, for the rest of forever until you pay.
Forever. Ever. We're banned after breakfast.
They take the things away. You would then, I assume, head down to the docks. You had agreed to head to the Temple of Desna and Gosra, correct?
Yep. Wait.
As you head down to the docks, there is a small fee to go from A to B. It's nothing I'm going to bother you gentlemen with because you're adventurers and anything shy of a gold is kind of more annoying to subtract than anything else. However, they would take you to the Island of Knowledge. The Island of Knowledge is not only a place of learning and magic, but a place of worship where all the major temples are. That includes the Temple of Abadar, the Temple of Gosra, the Temple of Desna, and, of course, the Temple of Aradi. The Temple of Aradi being the most prominent one because of the Justicars that are in the area, and that's just where the most money is kind of filtered to. But the other temples are nothing to scoff at. Where the Temple of Gosra sits on the shoreline and is hewn from the stone and even descends down into the water itself, where you can go and sit by the ocean, the water lapping up on a staircase that is built there for low and high tide to allow you to descend down into the waters if you like, or to stand closer up towards the drier area away from it all. There is a very open atmosphere about the Temple of Gosra, and it is dedicated to anyone that believes that Gosra is a deity of either the ocean or a deity of the sky. So this is wind and sail and water, everything that has to do with mariners, is more focused here rather than nature. So looking at this, you're kind of like, this is an offshoot of the main deal,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah,
But
yeah.
like, at the same time, it's very much still in the spirit, and it is still respected. Everything that could get people closer to nature, to the sea, is more what this temple is
Different denomination.
dedicated to. Correct. The Temple of Abadar, however, is set up more up on the mountain. It's even at the base of the statue of Aradi. And there it is built loud. It is built to look expensive and elaborate. It has golden staircases. It has people in opulent robes heading in and out of the place. It has people lining up to receive any beneficial healing, but at a price. Because capitalism, the religion. The next would be the Temple of Desna. The Temple of Desna, on the outside, almost looks foreboding because it is hewn from black marble. However, once you get closer to it, this purple, the purple silken curtains that hang from pillar to pillar gives it more of a very calming or even kind of like a dreaming kind of vibe to it. Almost like this is a different plane of consciousness and understanding. As you approach, which one do you go to first?
Definitely Desna first.
As you go to the Temple of Desna, you do see that the leaders of the Desnian church there, because churches of Desna are few and far between, but this place is an exception because of where it's located and how many people are there. You do see the black butterflies standing outside. The black butterflies being the title of the people that lead the Temple of Desna. On the outside, they wear blackened cloaks with star patterns that run down the entire length of it, and on the inside they have this vibrant purples and violets.
That's violence.
And violets. There's purple violets! As they open up their, robes to gesticulate, you can see that very vibrant colors on the inside as they speak. Most of the people of Desna seem weather-worn, as if they travel or they don't typically sleep indoors. And even the temple itself doesn't look like it has very many rooms, with the exception of a chapel and maybe one other undetermined room high above its structure. But for the most part, this domed facility is just very open air with places to sit and rest anywhere.
So drink out Jimmy's.
So are you guys asking about the Herald of Dreams? AKA Wormy.
There's names that have power, but not necessarily use the name.
What's wrong with Wormy?
They're Wormies.
We approach one of the priests. One that doesn't look occupied.
I am in absolute, gawking awe about these buildings. Just, cannot fathom being in something like that.
One of the priests turns to acknowledge you. Her hair is long and in kind of almost like dreadlocks. A mixture of the salty sea air and just keeping it unkempt and outside for so long. She has it pulled back into kind of a messy bun on the back of her head that drops down in long tendrils. Her skin is almond colored and her eyes are almost an off gray, and she is a half elf. As she turns to acknowledge you, and she says, "Welcome, travelers, to the Temple of Desna. May you find rest and solace here, beside the waves and beneath the stars. Help yourself to any drink that we may have, and stay as long as you would like."
I give kind of a half bow and say, "Holy Priestess, we seek an audience with, well, we're not exactly sure with who, but
The highest.
We are friends of Kavra. Save us.
Roll me since both.
I don't know if I should have said that now. Nat 1.
She's so happy to hear that.
Oh, cool.
She's super excited.
16.
She is not happy to hear that name. She is not excited. So you feel like you should say that name more now because of the reaction you got?
Solid.
Excuse me, Prince Caver. Prince Caver. Excuse me. You know Caver? You know Caver? You know Caver?
I knew Kayla. I knew Kayla.
I was afraid to be like checked on.
I was escorting her, and she had a plant at first, and then she had out this.
Her eyes widen. What are you doing with that? She stammers.
I was hired by Kayla to protect this.
She chants in tones. You see several other black butterflies stop, and they immediately turn to look at you as if whatever she chanted in tone alerted them that this is the most important thing that's happening right now.
I'm gonna do another sense motive on the group.
Very no.
Look what you started.
13.
With a 13, it's not hard to hide. They are concerned and very upset as they begin to converge. You are now surrounded by half a dozen black butterflies, which are high-level clerics.
So I told her.
Yeah, I said that. Sorry.
She couldn't finish the journey, so I told her I would deliver this for her.
Excellent. And it seems you have. Thank you so much.
Can I roll a sense motive?
You may.
About them accepting the worm?
Yes.
So that's my buddy. I don't know if I like that. 21.
It would be the equivalent of stealing a holy relic from a place And so for this to not be in their care seems very concerning.
There wasn't any tones of like sinisterism.
Not that you can tell. It seems they mean they don't mean the caterpillar harm, but they're very not okay with it being held by him.
Okay, so if I steal this, then we become pirates. That's what I'm hearing.
Remember?
I will not support that.
Brush off.
You're gonna have BB.
That's what happened.
You'll get to see Pharasma real fast. She doesn't have a temple here. It's a direct line connection.
Curiosity, did Cave already pay me?
Yeah, she gave you a holy
Well,
Oh yeah, that's right, the holy symbol.
and she paid you beforehand
Right.
because she didn't have the money.
Right.
Because she never expected it. This journey.
It's like, well, all right, well, here.
Can you tell us about it?
So is Wormy really the Herald of Dreams?
Thank you so much for coming. Thank you for this.
That didn't answer.
This was a delicate parcel that you have delivered to us, and it will be taken care of. That you have our promise. Now, I apologize. It seems that some religious ceremonies are to be taking place today, and those are for Desna and High Priests only. We will be evacuating any other followers from the temple for today or visitors. Thank you for your time. You are excused.
Wait.
She turns to walk off. One of the other priests turns and acknowledges you.
Caver was murdered, and I would like to know by who and why.
He turns to look back at her as she stops. We don't know anything about that. We're sorry.
And what about Wormy and how he visited me at night in dreams?
We apologize.
No, it's good.
What this is and what it means to us is strictly for us. Thank you. We can't thank you enough for what you have done here, but we must ask you to leave.
Alright, enough questions. Come on, Barry.
As they, in whole, turn their backs to you all and begin to walk.
I don't like it.
Not our concern at this point. I did what I was paid to do. Come on, let's go.
They said they were gonna take care of it. I felt like they were gonna say they were gonna kill it, but at the same time, it didn't seem like they were gonna kill it. So I don't know.
Come on,
So are
Maiden
we going
Zarek,
now?
let's go to the Temple of Gozra.
Yeah.
Hey, are you okay?
Yeah.
I don't have many friends.
I leaned down. I was like, "We'll see Wormy again. It's okay." Trying to get in that vote of confidence and trying to figure out if that's even possible in my head. I'm like, probably not.
looking at my two chains. A very thoughts that I shouldn't be having or saying out loud. Let's just go to another place.
I guess I'd turn around and start heading towards the Gozra temple. Just kind of like
Navigating this island is no small task. As I said,
sneak behind. It's up to you.
I'm just gonna put this out here. I fully intended to stay beside him, but if he snuck off, I was
I want to eavesdrop just like for a few more minutes to make sure that.
they would head up into that higher portion of the dome. They wouldn't stay in the lower.
Is it stealthable?
I mean, every roll.
As a one. I'm gonna attempt just to do a little more
This is
dropping of the eaves.
And
It's a 34.
He
is it really?
He
It
could
really
spy on
is.
God. Jeez.
Did you roll a 4?
And I rolled a 14.
I would say in that moment, like as you turn to make your way to Gozra, would anybody like to roll a perception check, or would you like to just take a 10?
It wouldn't matter. I mean, 20 is. I'm not really looking for him anyway.
I should have taken with 10. Should have taken it.
Would a 10 got you there?
It is a 13. I rolled a 2. It's a 13.
Oh, okay.
Rolled a 1.
Oh
no.
Yes.
So he's right beside you. You're holding his hands, man.
Why are you holding?
You get to Gozer and you're like, now Perry. You look down and it's Manzarek and he's like, this is Undergo? I'm like this.
Bamboozled.
The rest of you kind of turn and, with mixed emotions, begin to follow Manzarek towards the Temple of Gozer. Navigating this island is no small task. It is, as I said before, a satellite city. This island is sizable. And so, kind of making your way through it, you do pass several places that you could stop and rest, that you could get something to eat, that you could stay the night at if you'd like to. That's not a religious place. But these places aren't gimmicky. They're not fun. There's no like unlimited drink or anything like that. It's simply for if you're passing through and need a place to stay, we got you. That's all really they are. The rest of the place, however, is, as I said, these massive structures and such. But you begin to head towards the Temple of Gozra. I would like Manzarek and Perry to roll me an initiative check to see who goes first.
It's just a straight roll. So, you go first. You get a 6.
I got an 8.
Oh, so.
Heading towards the Temple of Gozra, you get there and you see several Gozrians kind of milling about as they begin to converse one with another and begin to talk. Most of these people, contrary to like the Desnians, which seem to be like very one with the stars in the firmament and things like that, Gozrians seem to be more of like, how can we harness the wind to benefit us? How can we read the seas to understand what comes next? Where Desnians seem to be more go with the flow, Gozrians are more about understanding what to do.
Harnessing
what
the
comes
use.
next. Exactly. As you approach, you do see what seems to be a Gozrian priest. He is standing there with a green robe that drops down on the front, but in the back has a blue stripe that goes down to the tail where he has a white edge all around it. He has kind of leather bindings to either one of his wrists. One of them has the leaf and the other one has the dewdrop. He stands there and he begins kind of conversing and talking to people that have questions. And these questions could be anything from fishing to sea travel to anything of that nature. And he seems perfectly content with answering these questions.
When I walk up, does he like do the same thing that everybody else is doing? Like, oh, it's a frog talking to me.
If you patiently wait your turn,
Yeah.
he will turn and acknowledge you. And in as much respect as he can, he will say, yes, may I help you?
Okay, cool. I was making sure. So, like, he did. I was going to just turn to Dane and be like, can you talk to him? I kind of come up and I'm just like, kind of bow gently and
He returns and kind of
try to, like, position my cloak with, like, its little crappy sewn-on Gozer symbol and be like, yes, I'm one of you guys. Like, but it's so bad. Like, it's so bad.
It's an actual leaf that I've sewn into my
It's more than that, but it's pretty bad. I go up and I'm just like, I'm looking for a friend that might have come through here. Do you know a Darum, a ratfolk druid? Sorry.
I'm sorry, I do not.
Do you know any druids in the city that might be able to help me?
It says typically druids steer clear of places like this.
I am super aware.
However, you may find more luck if you talk to the Fairmen. They see people come and go all the time. Maybe they've seen.
Thank you. Do you mind if I pray at the altar?
Please.
I go in and I just kind of kneel and like say a weird, like it's all like ripply, and I keep like Rayado, I keep like him next to me, and so Rayado keeps like trying to walk away. I'm just like, no, this is important. Like this is probably the most important thing that we've done since we've left the swamp. And I get up and I'm just very respectful and trying to be quiet and like trying to soak in everything that I'm looking at right now. How does it compare to the tree?
Like I said, the tree's its own type of beast.
Okay.
And even though all of this is awe-inspiring, the island's not as big as the tree is.
Okay.
Yeah. The island is spectacular. It's not as big around as the tree is.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a big tree.
It has its own ecosystem.
It's a big tree. It's a big tree. Alright. And I leave. And I'm like, okay. I've done what I need to do.
Harry, I would assume with a 30-something, no one has noticed you quite yet. As you begin making your way, hugging the walls and following them closely as they walk up this spiraling staircase, the two priests that are flanking the black butterfly that is holding Wormy, she steps up to a door and she places her hand on several star symbols that are carved into the door. She traces a pattern that you recognize is a star sign, is an actual constellation in the sky. As she does so, you see them illuminate in that pattern, and the door opens. Cupping Wormy, protecting him, almost as if he is a sacred item. She steps into the room and peering into it beyond, you realize that this dome that decorates the top of the temple is not just a dome. It's a greenhouse. You see on the inside of it there are plants, and you see several butterflies flying about, all of different colors, in this kaleidoscope, because that is what a group of butterflies are called, dancing about and shifting from flowers and plants. As she steps in, the door shuts and the two priests turn as if they're standing guard in front of you.
It'd be a very difficult perception to hear it past that door, assuming.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a 95% chance you won't.
Yeah. I don't even think a nat 20 would realistically justify it.
But two nat 20s.
I wrote a 1 and a 0 and another 0.
What? I
Well, 3 zeros and a percent on that. Sucks.
That's good, right?
That is good. The 1 and 2 zeros is not good.
Oh, yeah.
That's when you drop iPads.
that was
That was me.
Yeah, I know. He was the GM.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
how
Actually, the
long is the
opposite.
hall?
Then it's a narrow staircase.
So it
but
goes straight up to the door.
the staircase winds around the temple and up, and the temple itself is 4 stories.
Okay.
Guess you're going climbing.
I was gonna do a ghost sound elsewhere to make them go somewhere, but that doesn't make sense in the. There's only one way to go. I want to.
They look at you kind of in surprise, and they extend a hand. They say, "You are not allowed to be here."
I understand that the Herald of Dreams, or Wormy, I call him Wormy, is some important sacred relic. I just want to know he's safe.
The other black butterfly, she walks over to you. She kind of leans down to you. She says, "I promise you, Wormy is as safe here as he could possibly be. This is the safest place for him. We have dedicated our lives to protecting him and his kind. You and your friends, I believe, don't know how lucky you are to not only see one, which many people have never in their life, but you got to hold it. And it's even blessed you with a dream. If I had to guess, she says, extending a gentle hand to touch your shoulder, Desna favors you.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I know it's hard. But this is something as us Desnians have promised to do. See, Wormy was taken from us without permission. And now that you've restored him back to us,
Who would take him from
she looks at the other black butterfly. He looks down at her and looks at you. She turns him back to her attention back to you. She says, probably someone who didn't understand his feelings.
Okay. I'm glad he's safe. I trust he'll be taken care of.
I promise, on my honor as a Desna. She smiles a lot.
And I scamper off.
Just jumps up to say this. Careful.
Sure gave him a nice dream. It gave me heart palpitations.
I'm glad we got to come to the Gozrian Temple. Harry, what are you doing?
I've been
not
here the
fly.
whole time.
First try.
Anyway. So, that being resolved, is there anything else you would like to do on the island of knowledge before you head into the island of power?
So same goes with Priest. I'm sort of looking around at just the architecture. Approach him. You seem to be a knowledgeable man. I've heard you answer several questions.
About a very narrow subject, but yes, of course.
This is more of a religious matter as a whole.
Mhm.
I don't know where this chain comes from.
What do I? Let me see.
Has a book of known religious gods? No, that's close.
High bonuses. It's my fault. Tilting his head. Apologize, I'm unfamiliar with these. And you said this is your holy symbol?
If this is what people have been calling it, yes. I sort of like conjure water in like just a pool somewhere. I can do stuff like that. I can pulse positive energy around, heal people with magic. I'm a trained medical person. I physically know how to heal a wound. This is new.
Interesting. It seems to me, my friend, that most clerics choose their deities. But in your case, the deity has chosen you.
I would just simply like to know which one.
That, I feel, is for you to discover. A personal pilgrimage. And he turns and he looks at Manzarek as you are praying at the altar. I feel you are in good company.
What I need. I'm a learned man. I need a repository of religious information. I hold up a book that's just the known gods, but it's like the basic, like almost children's version of like the 10 most common gods. We worship a lady here. It's just like I need a deeper well of information.
Well, lucky for you. He gestures up to the Grand Library, that wizard's tower that spirals up. He says, I'm sure they would let you go in and study any book that you see fit. In the public sector, I'm sure. You seem displeased with this answer.
More research. I just sort of pivot. I start to pivot and just walk away, turn. I thank you for your time. And in the Aklo, I would say something again too.
Aklo's an interesting one to choose.
it would be my like sort of my native tongue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. May the teeth of the world never find them.
Bless you.
And bibbity bobbity boo to you too.
He responds something in Aquan. Do you speak Aquan?
No.
And it's the same.
Same to you, but lots more of it.
Oh no. I'd go over to Ragnar and Damon. And I'd be like, I'd like to go to the Wizard's Tower.
Why? Yeah, that sounds fun.
You don't want to know?
Where have you
What?
been?
I've been here. The whole.
Why are you breathing so hard?
I'm excited to go see the tower.
Don't believe it. I don't care what you roll.
Perry goes to roll it down. You're like, get that out of here! Get your stupid math rock out of here!
Oh, jeez. Okay, so
You think-
Desna goes around. What else do we need to do?
Do you think everyone will be needed for this summon run? I do not believe that I will get invited to such a place. Something tells me from my interrogation and the paladin looking at me like I committed the most atrocious sins on the earth.
Have you?
Would you believe me if I said I don't know?
That's an honest answer.
It's an answer.
What do you got there? Movie?
I would very much like to go see the Grand Library.
You still need to go see
Yes, but
Hawthorne.
yeah, we need. Yeah,
We really need to try and get this started.
yeah. So we don't know how long it's gonna take.
What should we do first?
I could probably go to the library by myself.
Don't want anybody to go with you?
Pretty sure he's an adult.
I've been around libraries before. Although this one probably isn't going to stream.
Wanna go with him? You guys can go
What?
talk to Hawthorne.
Sounds good to me.
Meet back up at the inn. Around evening.
But you so they're just like throwing things.
Oh, I'm back. I'm just like,
Yeah, we got another night worth last night. So
Yeah, we did.
What? Never mind, I don't want to go.
We made 5 gold.
excellent. How noble of you.
It was not. There was
Yep.
nothing noble about
it
it.
was the most.
That is unfortunate.
I watched
How
Paris and
terrible.
Malcolm under and over the table at the same time.
I would like to keep my innocence about this matter.
We didn't steal it from no one.
Thanks. What? Somewhat fair.
A man handed it to me.
Alright,
Literally.
you ready to go?
I guess.
Okay. We're gonna head, take him to the
To the little brewery.
the
Lure.
lure.
So are you-
Are
Are you going to the library or are you going to go to...
Yeah, I'll go with y'all.
The Tower of Power.
I'm going to town.
Tower of Power.
Excellent. You two head to the little brewery. As you begin to make your trek up the staircase that leads to this library, it is very much like moss-covered stones, boulders that decorate all around the base, and a staircase that is very clearly like protruding up enough for you to walk unhindered as you make your way to the library. It is very much a trek meant for people that need to go to the library, because no one would make this walk up these stairs at this steep incline for any other reason. However, you three begin to make your way to the ferry, which will take you over to the Island of Power. As you arrive there at the Island of Power, you are greeted, and it seems, with the exception of the Island of Courage, the most Justicars are here. They are there to greet you when you come in, and they take your names as you do so, to keep kind of like a record of where you've been and what you're doing. As you go through the whole logistics rigmarole, you head up to the tower. you head up to the lighthouse. Here, it seems that the lighthouse is affixed on top of the mountain, the peak of the mountain that rises up. But at its base, it seems this is kind of the political center of the entire place. This is where all governing decisions are made, and this is the most likely place that Hawthorne would be. With a little questioning, a little know-how, you would know how to get there. But when you walk into the place, you see that there is a reception desk with a woman standing calmly there waiting for people to kind of come in, and they speak to her. She directs them to a certain location, and there they go. There are stairs on either side of this massive open room. The ceiling in this place raises up about 20 feet high above you. Seabirds fly in and out, as well as a creature that I have invented for this campaign called wing rays, which are stingrays that can fly. You're welcome.
That's scary.
They're like this big.
I mean, it's cool, but it's still scary.
Kids pet them at the aquarium.
They also killed sea mermaid.
You see these, seabirds and wing rays kind of making their way in and out of this open area, and it is very, very large. But anywhere else in this place is very closed off. This area, this kind of reception area, is the only place that's open to the public like this. And there are crowds of people kind of going in and out. All of them dressed in what is kind of a mixture between like a European and a Roman kind of attire. With long white robes, some of them with vests, some of them with sleeves, some without. But all of them dressed very much in the same kind of pattern to suggest that they have some kind of political holding in this place. Almost everyone is carrying scrolls with them. And if you were to look inside this place, the blaring color that sticks out is white. Everything from the marble floors to the marble pillars to the marble ceiling to the ivory color of the stone outside to the robes that the people wear therein. And it is a mixture of different races, some of them exotic. You don't see any Gripply, but it almost wouldn't surprise you if you did. With so many different types of races coming in and out of this place. There is only one person in this entire place that seems out of sorts. And he sticks out so much that as you step in amongst the crowds and peoples, he is just a blaring splotch, and it's mostly because of the different color of robes he's wearing. This gentleman has a wide-brimmed black hat with a red band around it. A mane of thick black hair drops out of the hat onto either side with copper streaks down the side, copper streaks through his hair, and they end in kind of pointed tips. He has the remnants or like the beginnings of a goatee on his chin, as if it struggles to actually be there. And he is unusually thin and unusually tall. He stands probably about 6'5", but he couldn't weigh more than 200 pounds, like at best. He's wearing a red silken coat, very thin. It's not like one meant for warmth. It's one meant for show. This silken red coat has golden patterns that decorate it in its entirety. And he is wearing the same kind of style pants, but only black with silver. His feet are crossed as he's sitting on a bench nursing a bottle of wine. The bottle has a picture of a kraken on the label, but with no other distinguishing words, and a staff to one side with a glass sphere that is full of water and some kind of small creature that flutters and dances around in the orb, about the size of a human thumb. Standing next to him is a gorgeous woman with platinum blonde hair, piercing blue eyes, and fair skin. She is wearing expensive clothing that shows off her beautiful athletic physique as she stands calmly next to him, not making eye contact with anyone and simply staring up at ground. As you step into this place, the receptionist turns to acknowledge you. As she looks at the three of you, and she looks to you, then looks to you and says, "Yes, may I help you?"
Not good enough.
We are here to seek an audience with Lord Mayor Hawthorne.
Lord Mayor Hawthorne's in a very important meeting. He will be for the rest of the day.
Right. It does regard the state of Ambrose.
The state of Ambrose or the kingdom?
No, like the state of what state Ambrose is in currently.
She looks confused as if she doesn't understand what that means. She says, "Yes, I'll take a note. I'll let him know as soon as possible."
Can you let him know that I am from Ambrose
Of course.
and I am the son of Alvarium?
Of course, she says. As you...
Please, I don't know if it's working.
She says, thank you so much. It's duly noted, and I will let him know as soon as possible." She gestures to the next person in line. She says, "Next."
Where are we going now?
So we wait.
The gentleman on the seat that I spent all that time describing because he's important stands up and begins to make his way over to you, and he begins to kind of like wax poetic as he walks towards you. As he says, Vox Kit, you flee over gale and glen." He starts getting closer and closer to you as he does so. He says, Fox Kit, back to the safety of your den." He steps to one side of you as he almost dances around you in a very uncomfortably close way. He says, "The hunters prowl, the hunters seek for quarry small and weak." He touches the top of your head with his staff. He says, "No other prey will precisely fit than that of a timid, lonely fox kit." He hits the staff, bouncing it as he grabs it and he bows. He says, "Melquaw Hawthorne at your service, sir." He spins the staff and rests on it and he goes, "And I'm here to help you." And we will pick it up here next time. Thank you very much for joining us, adventurers. Remember that this has been a good day to die. See you.
Like, subscribe, and follow.